Not all who wander are lost, but I am. Coffee lid getting close. We of course have the question of when should we take down the Christmas decorations. There are two types of people. There are the psychopaths that take down their Christmas decorations on like the 27th, maybe even the 26th. Then you have the people that take down Christmas decorations in like February. Actually, those are kind of the normal people. Then you have the other end of the spectrum, which are also psychopaths who take down their Christmas decorations in June. We're gonna turn on the LEDs, but I think it's time to change the color. Yeah, I think we're going back to the old synthwave 80s colors. Miami Vice. Chucky. You guys are owed a morning roundup, and I am sure enough gonna give you one. One of the new products was being made on this, and the belt finally snapped. So that sucks. Here we've got an octo, a cat whose paws are going to be made next. And here is that new product. Yes, it is a sort of cartoony bearded dragon. I can't take it off quite yet. Bearded dragon headphone stand. I used to own two bearded dragons. I still really like them a lot. And we are going to paint this guy up in some very fun lizardy colors. Probably paint the eyes too, like we do with the sharks. There you go. You'll see him better later. Another Octo. Sharky. The Maria from Metropolis. And here is the second new product. Yes. Your eyes are not deceiving you. This is a Chihuahua pilot with a medal and a badge. He is supposed to be a slightly futuristic Chihuahua pilot. But yeah, we've got a whole paint scheme planned for him, and he has giant ears. The fisheye lens kind of makes them look bigger, but they are quite big. And lastly, and sadly, the D20 did not print correctly. The film is actually not even broken or anything, so it must be clogged or something. But at least very little plastic was wasted. Wow, the guy came early today. You know the drill. We got I can't even say the things from 12 Days of Christmas anymore. What's going on? We got the buzzes a-being, and now it is time for that coffee. Look how much cooler these lights are. Also, this guy got done. We're gonna paint him up, and you know the drill. We're gonna take pictures, list him as a product, and we will be giving away the prototype. I'm gonna share a secret with you. It is a glorious, glorious day out today. People can kind of say what they want about Texas. This is a few days after Christmas, and it is just like the best summer day I ever could have experienced in Indiana. Current mood. Can't you see? Can't you see? It's been doing to me. Just after Christmas, end of December, windows down, sun is out. Some of you may remember that I used to work for the guy that invented remote unlocking mechanisms for cars in like the late 80s or something. And I learned a lot. I basically ran his company. It's the last job I had before this. His name was Steve Harvey, by the way. No, not the famous Steve Harvey. I mean, he's probably famous in certain circles, so I don't feel like I can't say his name. But yeah, Steve Harvey once told me that between battles is when you sharpen your swords. Meaning, if business is slow, that's when you like do all the other stuff. You know, you organize things, in my case, I'm going to be making more products and stuff. Business has slowed down quite a bit, but you know, it just gives us opportunities to work on other projects and eventually drum up more business. Feels really good to be over the Christmas hump and making new products, trying out the print on demand thing we've been talking about, doing other stuff like that. It's going to be a nice little adventure for the next year. We are Duncan. They must have a heck of a time hiring people. I think every single time I go through the drive-thru almost, it's a different person. But we got the dunk. People really like belittle those service sector jobs like that. But it's really like all I'm doing is serving customers, you know? Like you should think of jobs like this as a learning opportunity. I wish that was more understood, because just learning like how to interact with customers, how to generally make them happy, like that's the game. So it's like almost getting paid to learn the life skill, more or less. When I was living in my car, working at that Jimmy John's, I used to do this thing where, you know, sometimes I'd be doing cashier, most of the time I was delivering, but people would come in and I would pretend that I owned the Jimmy John's. Like, you ever go in a neighborhood deli or some local restaurant and the owner is like one of the people that works there? You know, it's not like some absentee owner thing. It's just a different posture you adopt if you own the restaurant. Like if you go into a pizza place and it's an old Italian guy, he's like, "Hey, how you doing? The usual, mister?" And like, you know, that's what I tried to kind of do at Jimmy John's without literally saying it. Like if somebody was mad, I would treat that person like I would treat them if I owned the place. Or if somebody was really happy, I would be extra magnanimous, or whatever that word is, because like you know, this is my shop. Like it's not just like, oh, I work here. This is my place. And if you get in that mindset and get used to that, I mean, I effectively own a Jimmy John's of sorts right now. It's one of those things that like, if you just shift your mindset, you shift your life set. And now we are going to the ultimate place. A place we have not gone in many moons. You know it, I know it, even that guy knows it. I'm not pointing at anybody. It's the thrift store. Whale organizer. This is where I get containers from. One of those hot dog rollers. I've always kind of wanted one of these. Jackpot. And the counter said, "Has anybody ever told you you look like a Patrick?" I'm like, "A Patrick?" Like, yes, like a person named Patrick. Said maybe it's because I'm Scotch-Irish. So some pretty interesting stuff in there. I really like the Norman Rockwell glasses. Big Norman Rockwell fan, but I just don't need any more glassware. We did get a few things though. I got some nice knives. These are actually fairly good. We also found some really nice forks, man, especially this one. This is like one of the thick ones. This is like an extremely expensive fork. Maybe not extremely expensive, but as you guys know, I've been getting those things from Brookshire Brothers that are like pre-made meats. So I've been eating a lot more meats and like pork chops and things like that. And I've been thinking for a long time that I should just like comb through their silverware and find the good stuff and just get a few more forks and knives, because you know, I cycle through the ones I've got kind of a lot. So we got those. I got this. This is for longtime viewers will remember, I get those 2 liters of sugar-free soda. Then I divide them into a couple of these. But one of the canisters I do that with is not very airtight. And I kind of tested this one, and I think it is going to be really airtight. So that's a problem solved. Plus this was $1.99. The star of the show though, and the one that really we should write home about, is the most epic scented candle almost that I've ever seen in my life. I mean, in some sense it really might be. It's got like flowers and stuff in it. We're gonna burn this thing when we get home. Man, it's huge. This is gigantic. Look at that. It's like almost as tall as my head. Yeah, been a while since we went to the thrift store, but there was some good stuff. A lot of the racks were very empty, probably due to Christmas though. Back at the shop, I've been thinking of how to convey what picking up this fork feels like. You ever go to one of those really nice steakhouses and you pick up the fork and you're like, ooh, that's heavier than I was expecting. Like, that's what this feels like. This fork is gonna make my eating experiences much more pleasurable. Here we go. We're about to take pictures of the Mecha Rex. Let's clean up the 2 models of our new products. Bearded Dragon Boy came out very clean. No supports or anything. Just gotta like do a couple things here. The Chihuahua Pilot. Now you'll notice there's no real overhangs, but there are some bridging things here, and that will be very easy to take care of. I knew that we could just heat gun that. Got to scrape off this stuff, but otherwise came out really quite clean. Maybe I should be doing this whole thing like the joy of painting with Bob Ross. It'd be the joy of printing. You can see this is much smoother now. Let's get some pictures of the Mecha Rex. Got the Mecha Rex listed. Of course, you know what that means. If you want to receive a free Mecha Rex for your wall, just message me on Etsy. This Mecha Rex could be yours. The Etsy link to message me will be in the description. We will choose somebody to be its forever home. Like I've said before, Etsy doesn't let you just give things away, so we're going to price it probably at like $1. Then you'll pay the $1, and then I will refund that $1. So you actually will be getting the Mecha Rex for free. Yes, the original, the prototype, the very first will be going to a member of the Gratitude Gang. So like I said, the link to my Etsy is in the description. Just message me and you could get this. I've explained it before, but the reason I'm doing this is because if I come out with 150 new products in the next year, a lot of those products are going to be around the shop, and I don't want my shop to be full of products, so I would rather you guys get them. Also, I will include the mounting hardware for free. So message me on Etsy. All right, let's get into some other stuff. Let's package some stuff. Black and white fade guitar snake. Ooh, he's a cool looking boy. Black guitar snake with red eyes. Translucent D20 bank. Green D20 bank. Sneak preview. Ha ha ha. Oh, watch tomorrow. Watch the episode tomorrow. Response was quite good to the Christmas medley a couple days ago. You know, got a lot of messages on Facebook. People on Discord liked it, and it got good response on YouTube here as well. So I am recording another one. It's not going to be on this episode. I'm going to release it later, probably tomorrow. It's going to take a while to edit it and things like that. But, you know, I've just been thinking, I did music for like a decade and a half, basically. And it just feels weird that I'm doing nothing with that. So I think I'm going to make song medleys about maybe 3D printed things or e-commerce related things. I don't even know. We're just gonna try it. And you guys in the comments will tell me in future episodes whether you like it or not. I'm here to serve. So gonna do that. Then we're probably gonna do some final things with the shop and then close down. That was fun. You guys are gonna see that soon. I think I'm getting a little bit faster at recording these things. After you see that, let me know if you want to keep seeing this, because I could probably do a lot of those guitar videos. Well, we got everything wrapped up for the shop for the day, so we are closing down. Ooh. Well, let's see. What am I grateful for today? It's been kind of nice having a little more free time, so I get to develop products and stuff, do musical projects. That's always fun. I'm pretty grateful for that, and yeah, just a chance to take it a little bit easier. I'm really grateful for coffee. It never fails to refresh. Let's read some comments and questions from Discord. Add me on Facebook and message me if you want in on Discord fun. Sprin says, thanks for the elaboration on how and what AI tools you use. Interesting stuff. Jack adds, I love using AI as a catalyst for creative stuff / brainstorming. Yup, it does help. It's one of those things that it's not going to give you good ideas, but it can give you like elaboration on ideas. It's never really going to replace the creative spark, I don't think, or maybe it will, but not the way things are. The Scottish 3D asks, do you use Etsy advertising? If so, how do you know what listings to promote, budget, etc.? Yes, I've shown it on a really early video, but it's been a while. What you want to do, first off, don't use Etsy advertising unless you've sold a lot of things already. Okay, that's the first thing, because it's just a waste of money. It's incredibly easy to waste your money with Etsy ads. It's very close to a scam, except that it can work, but it just works for very few things. So with Etsy ads, you only want to advertise something if you have an item that is selling a lot, that has a high conversion rate compared to views. Because, see, in the old days, most people don't even know this. In the old days, you could control your bid on Etsy, meaning like, man, it's hard to explain this if you don't know online advertising. Basically, you could sort of control how much you pay for views. Yeah, that's a pretty good way of putting it. Like, you could say, don't advertise my products unless it's like 2 cents for 1,000 views or something like that. Maybe it was like $2 for 1,000 views, I don't know. So back in those days, it was great because you could know that, like, you could know about how many things you're going to sell. If you get 1,000 impressions on something, then you could just price it in, and it worked pretty well. But Etsy really didn't want us to be able to do that because they want to suck up our money like they have a shop vac in our back pocket. Basically, only advertise things that are on fire. Like things that people just see it and they just buy it. And it's very hard to know what that is unless you've done it for a while. So basically, yeah, if you have a slam dunk effing product, like the hands guitar holders, I advertised those and it was worth it because like they just had such a high conversion rate. I have a few products now that have a conversion rate that's about 3 to 1, 4 to 1. Sometimes they're like 5 to 1, meaning like for every dollar spent, you get $5 back. And that's pretty worth it. But very few things are like that. FMesh808 asks, can you give any tips for starting out with only one printer No AMS. I think he says he has a Neptune 4. AMS is something having to do with Bamboo Labs printers, I believe. I think the AMS is the multicolor thing. So I don't really know about that. Tips for starting out with one printer. Well, I started out with one printer. A $200 printer I got off of Craigslist back when Craigslist was a thing. Yes, just make a bunch of things and sell them. Just make products, list them, and keep doing that until you sell. And try different things and see what people are interested in and what people will click on. And then reinvest your profits. Just get a second printer. Yeah, just scale it up naturally. Don't go out and buy like 10 printers like some people do. It's insane. You got to know how to sell, and you got to know how to like find products that will sell and all the e-commerce stuff. So just get started basically and just start trying stuff. Yeah, just get started. Kimcast on YouTube. Yes, funny riff about customer complaints like, where's the product I ordered yesterday? Boy, are you gonna be happy pretty soon. Chundro Canvas says, Peter Gabriel makes me know you're cool. Thank you. Red rain is coming down all over me. Yep. It's going to be a real good year. Wait till you see some of the products that we've got coming down the line. I am very stoked. I am very excited. Now it's gratitude time. Tell me what you're grateful for. Tell me what small joys and pleasures in life that you are currently experiencing. Tell me random facts about yourself. We love to hear it. This is an encouraging, virtuistic community that really enjoys building each other up and sharing ideas and encouragement. So, write your comments down below. Almost dropped this thing. I will give you a heart. I will probably give you an upvote. You can upvote other people's stuff to make them feel good. I will catch you on the next episode, or maybe before the next episode. I don't know. We are the Gratitude Gang. Peace out.